Hi, my name is Mrs. Hill, and I'm going to be talking today about course registration for the 2021-2022 school year for incoming ninth graders to the new Sherman High School. We'll start by talking about your principal, associate principal, assistant principals, and counselors at the high school. Everyone has the same principal, Ms. Politti, and associate principal, Mr. Mitchison. We have 4 assistant principals and 5 counselors at the high school, and they will be assigned to you based on the beginning letter of your last name. You'll learn more about that later. The most important thing we want to talk about today is graduation. We are going to be looking at your 9th grade courses, and those courses will be the first 8 courses that you take towards your graduation. They'll be your first 8 credits. I'm going to now show you a video about why credits are so important.
Sherman High School is a great place to learn. In high school, students get to take classes that they choose and learn about things that are interesting to them, and they prepare themselves for careers and colleges. After 4 years of work in classes, there's a thing called graduation, where students that earn enough credits get something called a diploma. Their family and friends all gather together on graduation night and celebrate. People are laughing and crying, which is weird, but everybody's happy, and they're all telling the graduates, "I'm so proud of you. It's the best night of the school year." Earning a diploma is very important to your future. It allows you to go on to college or to get a real job. Without it, life's pretty hard. Colleges won't even talk to you, and employers don't want to hire an adult who didn't finish high school. There's something everyone needs to know about graduation. Not everyone who goes to high school earns a diploma, so we're going to show you how it works to graduate high school. You need to earn 26 credits. Some are required credits and some are electives. It's not that complicated, but many students don't understand it. When you pass a class for an entire year, you get 1 credit. Pass your freshman math for 1 year, get 1 math credit. Pass freshman English for 1 year, you get 1 English credit. If you pass 1 semester of art, then you're going to get a half of an elective credit. But just taking classes is not enough in high school. The class doesn't count unless you pass it. When you pass a class, it turns into a credit. You only graduate if you get enough credits. If you failed a required class, you don't get the credit, and then you have to retake it the next year. That's when you might be a sophomore in a class of almost all freshmen, and that's just embarrassing. Now let's get specific. We told you that you need to earn at least 26 credits in order to graduate high school, but they have to be the right 26 credits. Of the 26 credits needed to graduate in high school, the following are required. You need 4 credits of English, 4 credits of math, 4 credits of science, 4 credits of social studies, 1 credit of PE, 1 credit of fine arts. You need 2 foreign language credits, and they have to be in the same language. And then 6 credits that are just basically up to you. Math, music, dance, welding. You want to learn how to make a movie? Then there's a class for that. You want to learn how to make a dress or be a nurse or make an amazing meal? There's classes for that too. If you want to advance your learning and get college credits, sure, we can do that. Counselors will make sure that you take the correct required courses, but passing them means you get to take more electives. Let's look at what could happen if you don't. If you fail your English class your freshman year, you have to retake that class. If you fail your social studies and English your freshman year, you have to retake both of them during your sophomore year. And oh man, that doesn't sound like a fun year. So remember, everyone needs a diploma, so earn it by passing all of your classes.
It is really important to pass every class and get every credit. We're now going to talk about endorsements. An endorsement is just a fancy word that we use for taking a lot of the same kind of classes from your 9th through your 12th grade year. If you're interested in art, you can earn an endorsement in art. If you're interested in culinary arts, that's cooking, you can earn an endorsement in cooking. So whatever it is that you like the most, you can earn an endorsement in it. You just have to kind of stick with one, pick one and stick with it. There are 5 different kinds of endorsements that you can have: a STEM endorsement, a business and industry endorsement, a public service endorsement, an arts and humanities endorsement, and a multidisciplinary endorsement. And we will be teaching you all about those as the years go on. Your 4-year plan is the most important thing to you. It is like your roadmap that takes you from your 9th grade year to your 12th grade year. In that 4-year plan, we will put the courses that you tell us in the form that you're going to fill out in a few minutes. We're going to put all of those courses in, and we are going to make sure that you have at least one endorsement, because you have to have an endorsement to graduate. Your counselor will be sure that you maintain those courses in order to continue to get that endorsement. We won't let you get to your 12th grade year and not have an endorsement, but that might mean that you can't change your mind after maybe your 10th grade year. But your counselor will always be able to help with that. So whenever you're picking your courses, especially your CTE courses that you looked at the video on Friday, especially those courses, pick the ones that are the most interesting to you, because while you can change your mind later, sometimes it's hard. Right now, you are looking at this sheet in front of you right now. There's lots of information on here. You're going to take this home to your parent, and you are going to show them all of the course information. There is a tiny URL right here that takes you straight to a form that we're going to go through in just a second. This is Miss Pruitt, a counselor. If your last name starts with A through ES, then you will want to email this email address if you have questions, concerns, or just need help with something. Mrs. Tidwell is the counselor for last names that start with EU through LA. Mrs. Burton is the counselor for last names that start with LE through REM. Mrs. Kent is the counselor for the last names that start with REY through Z. And I'm Mrs. Hill. I am the counselor for gifted and talented, or GT, students, and any student that decides that they want to apply for the Bearcat Collegiate program. That's the program that enables you to get an associate's degree in college while you're in high school. And we're going to have information about that for you as well, that you can take home to your parents. This QR code will take you to a one-stop shop on our 9th grade website at Sherman High School, so that you can have all of the information that you need in order to fill out the form correctly and effectively. So if you right now scan that QR code and go to this screen right here, you'll see this screen right here. Click on the 8th grade course request, and it will pop up a screen that looks very similar to this, but not quite. I want you now just to put your phone down, and I want you to listen to me as I go through this process, because everyone's screens are going to end up looking different. So go ahead and put your phone back down, face down on your desk. You're going to put in your student ID first. Make sure it is correct, because we will not be able to put these course requests in for you unless your student ID is correct. Your last name, your first name, your parent's name, your parent's phone number, and your parent's email address. You have to know all of that information in order to move forward with this form in order to submit your course requests for your 9th grade year. You'll get to another screen that has this same video that we already watched. If you want to watch it again and show your parents, you're more than welcome to do that. Now we get to the very specific information about what classes you're going to take, and it's going to look like this. It's going to be a checkbox, if you will. So the first thing that you have to choose is an English class. Every student will take either English 1 or AA English 1. And AA next year is going to take the place of what we usually call pre-AP. Pre-AP are the more advanced classes, and AA English 1 is a more advanced class. If you're sitting in a pre-AP course right now in English and you want to continue with that, then you will click AA English 1. Oh, well, not like that, but anyway. Next, mathematics. Your 4 choices are Algebra 1, AA Algebra 1, remember that's Advanced Algebra 1, Geometry, or AA Geometry, that's Advanced Geometry. You will only choose Geometry or AA Geometry if you are currently taking Algebra 1. If you choose that, we will go back and make sure that you have passed Algebra 1 before going on to Geometry. In most cases, you'll choose Algebra 1, and some will have other choices. Science is the next option, and you have to take a science, but there's 3 different options for you. You can take IPC, or Integrated Physics and Chemistry. You could take biology, or you could take AA biology, which is, again, the advanced biology. IPC is a course that we allow students to take prior to taking biology because they might just not be ready for biology. Most of our students will take biology, and some will take a more advanced biology, and we'll click AA biology. Next, we have world geography. We have AA World Geography, which is Advanced World Geography, but then we even have a more advanced social studies that's called AP Human Geography. This is the only AP class that freshmen are allowed to take. And this is a College Board class that could earn a student that takes it a college credit for taking that course. Talk to your parents about whether or not that will be a course that you would want to take. The next thing you have to do is choose a language other than English. That's what we call Lote. It's also just known as a foreign language. You have to take a first level and a second level of a foreign language. Now, you will want to put your first choice, second choice, third choice, and fourth choice in according to your preference. If American Sign Language is your first choice, you will want to get your course request registration submitted as soon as possible, because it will end up being a first come, first serve. American Sign Language very often fills up, and some students don't get to take it. So get your registration form submitted as quickly as you can. Don't wait till the last minute. The next question says, how many Lote, or language other than English, or foreign language classes do you want to take? You have to take at least 2. But some students want to take 4 classes. They want to take 4 years of French or 4 years of Spanish. Some students might even want to take 2 years of French and 2 years of Spanish. That will be the third option, 2 years each of 2 different languages. This information helps us to build your 4-year plan. Now I need you to choose a fine art course that you can take your 9th grade year. You have to have at least one of these fine arts in order to graduate. But you might be a person that would like to take more than that, and that's okay. They become electives if you take more than one. We have art, theater, band, and that has an audition required. We have orchestra, and it also has an audition required. We have choir, musical theater, and dance. You're going to choose your first choice, your second choice, and your third choice so that we can make good decisions for you in your 4-year plan. The next question says, will you take a fine art all 4 years of high school? You only have to take one. So is this something that you would like to do? You can put yes or no. Now, the next question asks, will you take PE or athletics? If you choose PE, then you'll only take one course of PE. But if you choose athletics, it will then pop up another question that asks which one, and we'll go through that in just a minute. Next, we have a CTE overview video. You'll see the video pop up on your screen. And then we have our career endorsement pathways. Now, if you will remember, on Friday, you went through a video and you had this sheet in front of you. As you were going through the videos, you were checking the boxes all the way down the line of the course of the pathways that seemed interesting to you. Then on the back, you were to choose your first choice, second choice, and third choice. Look at that sheet now. If you chose robotics as your first choice, and education as your second choice, and aviation as your third choice, you are now going to record that in the form. So you will go down and you will look. This is your first choice endorsement career pathway. You will find the one that you chose and click that one. The next question asks for your second one, and the next question asks for your third choice. And you'll just continue to do that. There are some other questions, though, we need to know. There's a way to get an arts and humanities endorsement without having art courses. If you take a psychology and sociology or an additional social studies in your 11th or 12th grade year, then you can earn an arts and humanities endorsement as well. So if you would like to take psychology and sociology, you can click yes. You can also earn a STEM endorsement by taking either more than the required math courses or more than the required science courses. If you click yes, you want to take more than the required math courses, then you will be on track to earn a STEM endorsement. And if you are interested in taking more than the required science courses, you also will be on track to earn a STEM endorsement. This is the athletics portion that will pop up if you put that you want to be in athletics. So this is when you will tell us what sports you like to play. Please put your first sport that you want to play in the first next to the one. If you are like to play football, then please put football as your number one, because football comes before basketball, and we will put you in a football class if you want to play football and basketball as well. So put your sports 1, 2, and 3. If you put that you just want to be in PE, you will not even see this athletics page. Then it asks, do you plan on doing this for 4 years in your high school career? If you put yes, we're going to put it all throughout your 4-year plan. If you put no, then we will only put it in your freshman year. There is then a spot for comments and a way to tell your counselor anything that you might think that we should know about your the courses that you've chosen and your 4-year plan. And then this is where we would like your parent to put their name. And this just tells us that they have helped and they are signing off on the courses that you have chosen. It's very easy to go through. Right now, I want you to take the time to go through the sections and answer the questions pertaining to your interest and your likes and dislikes. If you go through it today and you go home tonight with your parents and they want to go through it as well, we again will take the last submitted form submission from to look at to create your 4-year plan. So all of the, if you submit it more than one time, the first one or the second one or the third one, which however many are before the last one, we will delete and we will take your last one. So feel free to do it as many times as you like. Go ahead and start now.